the video feed where we start by warning people of two things, right?
Yes.
This is not the show.
This is not the show, and it could be very explicit.
Right. So if you're watching this and you think you're watching the show, you're not.
No, you're watching the behind-the-scenes recording of.
Right. This is us making the show. And the second thing is the explicit part is that, there's going to be some swearing.
Yeah, like fucking grow up, eh?
Yeah, I was going to say take your kids out of the room before we said that, but it's on. Now should we play the show?
Let's do a show.
Can I start at the beginning?
Yeah.
HairCor. And more. Good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Corey.
How'd you sleep for the last 2 weeks?
Well, better in the last few nights than I had in the earlier part of 2 weeks ago. Holy smokies.
Do we want to get into this or not?
That's long and short of it. I got some kind of strep throat from somebody, and it progressed into my ears. I got an ear infection. It was one of the astronomically the worst ear infection I can recall, except for the last one that I thought that you were with me for.
Was I there for one of your ear infections?
Yes, I got one on the way home from L.A. when we were driving home in a little shit Fett.
Oh, you know what? You got cranky.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now, do you find, like, when you get that ear infection, do you get, like, dizzy? Do you have oh, man. I've only had 2 sips of this Bloody Harry. I can't use words. Equilibrium problems?
It's very minute, the equilibrium problems. It's more just sheer pain. It's like having a screwdriver jammed in your ear and someone's driving you around by the handle, and it's just constant pain. And in the case that we were coming through Texas and New Mexico, the elevation going up and down the mountains changed the barometric pressure on the eardrum, so it kept popping at different elevations, which were very, very painful. Yeah. I'm more delirious than anything. Like when the pain gets so bad, I can't even concentrate to think, to talk, to do anything or put anything together, and I'm just ready to kill somebody.
Between your ear hole and my bum hole, we've had a terrible 2 weeks.
Yes, we've got a full on. Damn it.
It's nice.
We got a full on.
Oh, you're going to be funny with a soundboard there. That was good. I like that. But it's nice. We finally converged here, back on HairCor. The listenership is up, which is great.
Wow, that's amazing.
We can take
I don't know what you did, but that blew me away.
I know. Well, I blow a lot of people away. We take 2 weeks off, and our numbers go up. Maybe we should just stop doing the show completely, and people will fall in love with us.
Well, you should never
cry, shit wolf.
Oh my God! You know what? You should clarify for the listeners here, because this is a morning show. I'm having a morning drink. I wanted to have a Bloody Harry, but I think I've only got the Bloody Mary components of it together. I don't think I have the full Bloody Mary, and I want you to remind me what goes in the proper Bloody Harry.
Now, let me get this straight. Are you referring to my did I call it a Bloody Harry not too long ago? Was it a Caesar? I thought it was a Beefeater, or I had a couple versions of it.
See, that's the thing is, I think you made, because I'm actually having a proper Bloody Mary right now, but I think you've made a version of a Caesar that is like, I don't know if you've ever actually called it a Bloody Harry. I think I'm just calling it a Bloody Harry.
I think you are too. But if you wanted to, that's fine. It's your basic Caesar, and it's got to be a dill pickle as a garnish.
Okay,
we have to use the Works Clamato juice.
Okay, now for the American listeners, we got to clarify. I think we've done this before. That the difference between the Bloody Mary and the Caesar is that the Bloody Mary uses a tomato juice.
Yes.
Whereas the Caesar uses a Clamato juice, which is a tomato and clam mixture.
And celery, and there's a few other things in there.
It's spiced differently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then on top of that, in a normal Caesar, you'd have a few shots of Worcestershire, and a few shots of Tabasco sauce, and a shot of lemon, a shot of lime, like just a little squirts.
Yep.
And then rim the glass with celery salt.
I had the little squirts last week, but go on.
change the spots on a shit leopard.
Like right now, I feel like I want to poo. Like right at this moment, I want to poo, and I know I'm going to go in there and just sit there, and nothing's going to happen.
You need one of them portable potties where you can just take it wherever you want and sit on it.
Yeah.
It's made out of cardboard and it just folds up into a toilet pooper.
So we got the foundation of the Caesar. What makes this thing special?
The big thing that makes it, what did you call it? A Harry Mary? No, a Bloody Mary. Bloody Harry.
Bloody Harry. Which
The
also
big thing
sounds
that
like
makes the difference is you got to use, instead of like 2 or 3 shots of regular Tabasco sauce, you got to use the Chipotle or the barbecue style Tabasco sauce. And you use a lot more than 2 or 3 little drops of it. You got to use between 6 and 8 to get the flavor right.
You know what that sounds like? Good drinking is beside the barbecue. If I'm like making some hamburgers and drinking that Bloody Harry, getting my chops all ready to put meat in them.
You got her.
Damn, that's a really good idea. Now we've got down here in Central America some pretty good hot sauce. So
Yeah.
I put like it's a habanero panameño sauce.
Ooh,
So it's got like it's really hot. And it's got kind of it's got a Central American flavor to it. So it's pretty nice. I think I'm going to switch to Bloody Marys in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you? Do they carry what is it? McKinley's Tabasco sauce down there anywhere?
Oh, excuse me. Just wait, hang on, wait. No, I don't have to poo. It's we have obviously what is the regular Tabasco sauce is that the
McKinley.
one? McKinley is the one that makes the one that everyone knows that goes on a table?
That's right.
Is that the brand name? I don't think I've ever known that.
Yep, that's it.
Do people know that, regular people besides weird people like you?
Probably just me and maybe
From
some.
a distance, they look like ordinary flowers, Randy. But you get right down, stick your nose and you realize your shit flowers, and there's a whole fucking bouquet there right in front of Ray's drawer.
Because you know that everybody else in the world knows like you can see and visualize the Tabasco sauce bottle.
Mhm.
You know what the label looks like, the color of the lettering, the font, the everything, right? And then
Yep.
there's all the copycats. But McKinley's, is that the big company? Are you sure that's not the Canadian version? Like the Americans have McKinley's?
No, I'm pretty sure it's McKinley's.
All right.
Yeah, like
All right. I'm gonna have to look that up because the short answer is yes, we have that here.
okay. Well, look for the Chipotle styled or it's on the neck of the bottle. It says barbecue too.
That's interesting because there's a restaurant in town I go to frequently, which may be the reason why I do poo a lot and then don't poo a lot. But they put on your table, it's like a little 6-shooter of 6 different kinds of Tabasco sauce. And one of them's the Chipotle.
Dude, the Chipotle is awesome.
I've never really got into it though, and I think it's because like my ex-wife, she used to really like subs with Chipotle sauce, and I'd take a bite of it, and it was just I don't know, it was just it tasted kind of faggy to me.
That's to each his own, right? Like I'm not a big hot connoisseur like some people I know,
Yeah.
but the Chipotle or the barbecue, however you want to name it or call it, it's tamed back quite a ways from even the regular Tabasco.
You know what I like about you is how you educate me on critical matters that I think I needed to know in life. We had a couple shows back, we talked about things that my parents never taught me. For example, don't fart in the towel and then dry your face. You've taught me that little phrase that says beer to liquor, never feel sicker. I've been drinking my whole life practically, and I've been going from beer to liquor, and boy, I've been feeling sicker all the time. And now I stopped doing that, but it's so hard after you have a couple beers. Like, I'm going to have some whiskey.
See, I go the other way. If I know it's going to be a big night, it's all about the liquor, and then when the liquor runs down or the mix is getting low, I'll switch gears to the beers.
Yeah. And I'm getting into the daytime drinks. Like not daytime, like I'm at work and I'm drinking. Except I usually am. But the daytime drinks more like I'm getting really into Sapphire gin and boat drinks and stuff like that with club soda. Yeah.
I think it's that time of year for me. Like now that it's starting to be decent out, and I'm wearing shorts and I'm enjoying the sunshine. There's nothing I like more refreshing than a good old gin and juice.
You almost were setting up like a Kiss song. Oh no, wait. That gin and juice that's not Kiss.
No,
What's the rapper that's not LL Cool J?
Snoop.
Snoop Dogg. He sipped on that, didn't he?
Yep.
He was also
No,
laid back.
You see,
right?
my gin and juice is I just go with the basic Tanqueray, which is an English dry, and I like mixing that with about let's say you got, let's call it shots parts, and roughly 2 shots of gin, 3 to 4 parts pineapple juice, and then maybe possibly 1 to 2 parts something like 7-Up or ginger ale to give it a bit of fizz.
God, I'm just learning so much from you right now. I really am. Hey, is there any way, could we play, why don't we play your tunes?
Oh, I want to play some White Snake.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm stoked about this. I'm so glad you're still on this train. What do we got here?
Well, I wanted to play some other stuff, and it was really hard for me to guess, but I stayed off I stayed on to not the debut album, but the big hit. Let's play a little Slide It In, followed by Guilty of Love.
Oh, yeah, we will. Oh, yeah, we will.
Oh, please.
Oh, my, oh, my. Oh, man, I feel like I got to poo. All right, let me just cinch this up here.
Yep.
All right. Cinching. Oh, that makes me want to poo, just saying the word cinching.
I knew that was coming.
Damn.
A big hit. Let's play a little Slide It In, followed by Guilty of Love.
And now we begin our exciting adventure of
firecrackers. You stick them in mailboxes, you drop them in toilets.
Refreshing. Good as they can be.
Oh, I got a little present for you in the middle of these tunes. I got a new bag to bag.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This record is so good.
You gotta love Cozy. It's in his name, man. He's cozy. You just want to go and hug him and watch him play.
It's funny. I was running just the other day to Whitesnake. I was running to the Slip of the Tongue record, and it's so funny when Sailing Ships is playing and you're running down the beach, and it climaxes on that final chorus, and you just got your arms outstretched.
Oh no!
It's awesome.
That's too fucking funny.
All right, I gotta go. All right, I gotta go get one little thing. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna grab a dart while we're playing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Sometimes it seems just like it's stranger to me that all the games you play make it so easy to see. You're looking for love.
bag. The bag.
I believe my love for you is a love that lasts forever. And I'm here to testify I'm a prisoner of your heart. Baby, don't you believe when I tell you I love you, but I really mean it. Don't you walk away, don't turn your back on me. I'm guilty of love. It's a crime of passion, guilty of love. And there's no doubt about it, no doubt about it. I'm guilty of love, I'm guilty of love, I'm guilty. In the first degree, guilty of love, I'm guilty of love, I'm guilty. In the first degree. I can never forget all the times when I took what you gave me for granted. So I stand accused and I'll plead guilty to the crime. You can lock me away if you want to.
Obviously coming from Harry.
It's a crime of way forward. Guilty of love. And there's no doubt about it, no doubt about it. Guilty of love, I'm guilty.
Dude.
In the first degree, guilty of love, I'm guilty of love.
Competitor with a Michelin Defender.
In the first degree, guilty of love. Woo! Guilty of love. It's a crime of passion. Guilty of love. And there's no doubt about it, no doubt about it. Guilty of love. I'm guilty of love. I'm
Good
guilty.
times. Good times.
First degree. Guilty of love. I'm guilty of love. I'm guilty.
Guilty.
Your channel was making a lot of noise there. What was that, dude? I think a commercial was playing.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't have the mute on, so it could have. Sorry.
That's all right. I muted you. Just for a minute there, I'm like, what the what?
I love your T-shirt, dude.
Retro R2 80s kind of. It's pretty awesome, right? It was a gift. Somebody came to stay for the weekend, and like a good person, they brought a gift.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger off. Bugger right off.
Booger off. Booger.
You're driving in your car or perhaps sipping your cup of joe. It's another typical morning, but something is different. You hear a sound unlike one you've ever heard before. You realize that you may have stumbled upon the greatest audio discovery since the dawn of mankind. You realize that you're in
HairCor. In the more.
You know what? I love this show so much. I realized it after being away for 2 weeks how important this show is, not only for you and I, but for the internet in general.
We need to be out there. People need to hear our voices.
Because what we're doing is we're making a contribution to the cosmos that is of positive nature, especially when there's Whitesnake and that kick drum sound. Because, Lord, it's like, you know what it is. I mean, Cozy obviously had some great tones, some good mics, yada, 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 a good room, all going down to analog. But at the end of the day, it's because when he struck that kick drum, he's pulling that beater back off the head.
That's right.
You know, and it's just he's getting the full throttle kind of nice resonant tone of the kick drum. Perfectly tuned. He knows how to play it.
Sounds amazing. You gotta love him. Just his name says it all. You just want to go and hug the guy.
How many engineers do you know? They're like, oh, you got to get the John Bonham kick sound. And it's like, well, you got to get John Bonham. You know what I mean? It's like,
It is the truth. It is the truth. It is the player in a lot of cases.
Well, think about it this way: somebody comes into the studio and they says, "All right, how do you get that like Elvis sound with the mic?" And it's like, what? That's stupid. That makes no sense. Yeah. I really liked, everything about those two songs. I think I'm going to listen to that record again, even though I just listened to it 2 days ago.
Oh, well, I've been listening to a lot of Whitesnake this past week, and there was a lot of Whitesnake I wanted to play, but I thought I'd stick to that record since we could even play some more next week, I think, off another album. We could probably go for the next 3 weeks. You and I play 4 songs each week for 4 songs each show, just Whitesnake alone if we wanted to.
We could do that, but I think maybe we should have a private Whitesnake listening party because we could exhaust the listeners' ears. Coverdale's Coverdale. He's amazing, and we could go through all the cool lineups of that band, all the great guitar players that went through that act. And for you and I, it'd be fascinating as hell. But I'm sure after like week 4, the poor bugger that listens to our show that doesn't like Whitesnake is just dying, right? He's bleeding in the ears.
Yeah, we can't do that to our listenership.
So when I was out running though, it was nice because I remembered that you said that you'd seen Whitesnake live as well, right?
Oh yes,
yeah.
Yep.
You said Coverdale wasn't really spot on, but when I saw him, he was just nailing it.
Was he? Well, it depends on maybe it was late in the tour, and he just at that point where he couldn't. It wasn't, he was burnt out maybe a little bit.
It could. Do you remember the point in Fubar 2 where Diener does the karaoke?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the way people are reacting in the living room to the karaoke when he's singing that Boston song?
Yeah.
That's how I was reacting when Coverdale was hitting some of those notes at the concert. I'm sitting there in the stands going, what the fuck is going on? How is this possible?
Get both your nuts removed.
That's funny.
David Coverdale.
You hear people sing and you listen to the record. And he's like, he's a great metal singer, et cetera, et cetera. But you don't realize fully until you see it in person how impressive it is that comes out of a man's body.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just.
I can't believe you haven't seen Fubar 1 and you've seen Fubar 2.
Somebody told me to skip it. They said, "Yeah, you'll get the idea."
You do, but man, it was just as fucking funny.
I did, and for me too. I saw it in the greatest of context because I hadn't been home in Canada for like 15, 16 months, and I flew home and I'd been up for like a day because I'm trying, just switching planes and getting home, and then finally get to a nice cold couple of beer. And my brother puts me in a chair and he makes me watch that movie. And I just laughed my nuts right off my body.
It's a great couple of movies. I thought Woody made you watch it.
No, I made Woody watch it when I came down here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. I guess
those guys are some funny, I'll tell you.
The best thing to do if you really, and you know what, there's just so damn Canadian.
Yep.
That's what makes it funny for us, I guess. I don't know if an American watched. All you got to do is go to YouTube and look for Fubar 2, and then
I will watch Fubar 1 and then 2, because then the story's complete.
Well, don't kill yourself by going out and getting the whole movie and then suffering through it. Watch a YouTube clip and see if you're gonna dig it.
You're not gonna suffer. It's awesome. Don't listen to Corey's.
You know what a shit barometer is, Bob?
We as Canadians, we think everything we do is good. I don't know. Do you want to do I miss you so much. I feel like we should do a segment,
We could do a segment.
Is that all right with you?
Yep.
All right. All right. Oh, wait. Oops. I forgot that I have to do a part. I forgot this is my job. Let me just restart that there. Holy cow. Well, hey, it's been so long since I've done something hairy here in HairCor more that I forgot that it's my job to do the voiceover. We're going to play Guess the Tune, where I'm going to read the lyrics from a song that I found on the internet, and Harry's going to guess the name of the soons. I don't know what the soons are. All right, because now this song starts with a chorus, so I have to get the bottle here. Turn it down, you say. Well, all I got to say to you is time and time again, I say no. No, 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 no. Tell me not to play? Well, all I got to say to you, when you tell me not to play, I say no.
Stop. All I gotta say to you is no. Twisted Sister, I Want to Rock.
That's really good. That's awesome.
Yay!
Wow, you did it really well. I didn't know. It's one of those things where those lyrics, if you can get the rhythm of the lyric, there's no way you can miss what the tune is.
It was the nose. Yeah, I was like, I wasn't quite counting the nose, but it was like, okay, no. And then I'm like, no. Okay. Here we go. That's awesome.
You know I don't watch a lot of TV that isn't from the early to mid 80s.
Right.
As you know, I just completed the first and second season of Cheers and Night Court.
You've watched both first and second seasons.
Yes, I have. And I'm starting season 2 of each tonight and season 1 of Webster.
Oh, no, Webster. How many seasons did he have in total?
4.
Oh, really?
Because now I'm becoming a guy who studies NBC primetime programming and learning the ins and outs of that kind of television era, so that I can enjoy television in a way that I don't anymore. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I have to quiz you on this. I was watching. Wait a minute. Am I recording?
I hope so.
I'm not recording. What's going on? You know, you take 2 weeks off and you lose the rhythm. Okay, now I'm recording. Good Lord. So anyway,
when weren't you? When did you stop recording? though? Like
I stopped recording as soon as you got the Twisted Sister thing right.
Okay.
No, actually, I haven't been recording anything. The whole show, we missed it all. Now, listen. For those that were watching the video, stop because you're creepy. And 2, you know that we just talked about Cheers and Night Court, so we won't rehash that. But we will get to the question that I have for Harry because he's smarter than I am.
No, I'm not.
Now, I was watching TV last night, trying to poo, and I saw that there's a new Spider-Man, but it's not a Spider-Man 3 or 4. It's a new Spider-Man 1. I don't understand anymore.
No. It's Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man
It's
2.
a new Spider-Man 2 because the Amazing Spider-Man came out last year. Haven't you seen that?
Well, no, the one I saw, he was a lizard. He was fighting a lizard guy.
Yeah.
Is that Spider-Man 2?
They're working on another one. I wasn't sure if you were talking about the one that was released last year. That was released last year, man.
Yeah. Oh, I live in the jungle. I don't know. I don't live in the where people live.
Okay. Well, yeah. It's not Sam Raimi. Like Sam Raimi did the first 3 there a few years ago, right?
Well,
and somebody decided that they were going to start the whole thing over again and do this. Amazing Spider-Man.
In this case, I didn't understand how you're given artistic license to do this again so soon.
That's what I thought. See, I had these issues myself.
I tune in and it's like, oh, I'm watching, Eduardo Saverin from Facebook.
Yep.
and some scientists doing some stuff. And I'm like, oh, this looks like it's a new movie. Maybe I'll watch this.
You mean Social Network?
Yeah.
The movie's called Social Network.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm watching this, and I'm thinking, this is a new movie. This looks pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, it's like this kind of, science-y thing where he's talking about regenerating arms. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a Spider-Man-y kind of thing, but whatever. And I keep watching, and then, all of a sudden, he's walking home, and there's like this chick getting beaten up in a back alley. And he goes in there, and I go, what's he doing? He's acting like Spider-Man. And then all of a sudden, he's Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. And now I'm mad, right? Because it's like, okay, they've just continued the Spider-Man series, but the other kid wouldn't do it anymore.
Well, you see, what my issue was they skipped a whole whack of stuff from the first to the second of the other series.
Okay.
Going with, what's his name in it? I can't think of his name now.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that kid. and they skipped a whole shitload of stuff, and I was pretty mad from the first to the second, and then the same from the second to the third of that series. I'm like, what about this guy, and what about Dr. Connors, and that's the lizard guy, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I found out Sam Raimi and the kid weren't going to do them anymore, and I was bummed out. And then I found out this guy started up, and yeah, there's already a sequel, and it's going to have Electro in it finally, and it's Jamie Foxx is going to be Electro.
Okay, well that shows promise. I can tell you this, because I didn't really realize what was going on, and then this is obviously some sort of a continuation of the Spider-Man series. Imagine my shock and surprise when Uncle Ben got killed again.
Yes,
I'm like, we've been through this already. How is this happening again so soon?
I don't know. I'm with you, man. I don't know how they got licensed to do that. It kind of pisses me off.
And
although at the same time, some of the details in this new series, I'm more appreciative of. Like, for example, how his web shooters, he actually makes them this time instead of somehow metaphysically shoots webs in the old series, which is totally not. I don't know. I'm a comic book fan. I've always been a Spider-Man fan. I've got piles and piles of Spider-Man comic books, and some of what they do in the movie to make shortcuts drives me nuts as a true Spider-Man fan.
My biggest fear was that what I was watching was what you comic book people refer to as a multiverse. And I thought that's maybe what I got roped into, this multiverse in which, Uncle Ben is still alive, and gets killed sort of the same way, but kind of differently.
I really like those series of comics books back in the day. You'd get your Peter Porker. Peter Parker was a pig.
Right.
There was a whole series, Peter Porker.
So I guess I mean it looked pretty visually. It was great. It was kind of interesting and all that fun stuff. And it was a good I'm just laying on the couch, eating a chocolate bar, watching a movie, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It was good in that regard. But I could see if you were a Spider-Man fan, because we know, and you are, a lot of people who are big Spider-Man fanatics. I could see how this movie would be kind of dancing on the edge of upsetting you.
Yep, it sure was.
All right.
It's starting to sink in okay now. I'm looking forward to the new one. It's nice to see them bring some of his super enemies that they didn't cover in the last series. It's nice to see them bringing them in, because I've been asking since the first one came out. The last series is, where the fuck is Electro?
What do you mean asking? Have you been writing letters?
Oh, just to myself.
All right. Do you want to do your segment?
Yes.
Yeah. It's been so long. This is gonna be nice. I might even record it.
And meow. It's time for another episode.
I've so figured out Facebook. If you can't take a picture of a cake, take a picture of a sunset.
It's time for the queen, not so queen to read some
See, I'm the other way. If you can't take a picture of your balls, put up a picture of a hot chick.
I'm officially going to put, I think, on my resume, social media consultant.
She's going to go there. Anyways, it's time to get on with it. Let's hear it.
One of our show hosts put on his page, taken from the balcony of the Overseas Radio Network.
No, get over here.
Nice.
Do it.
This cake belongs to the program director. I think he's about to eat it.
Over here and do this,
You guys are weird.
You're weird, you bitty old bit.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You said it.
Why bother with a couple shit sticks when you can have the whole shit trolling? Nice shit analogy, Rick.
Paranoia is in bloom. The PR transmissions will resume. They'll try to push drugs that keep us up, keep us all dumbed down, and hope that we will never see the truth around. So come on!
What? What did you just do? Are you okay?
I yelled.
Did you fall?
It's a brackets thing.
Oh.
So come on!
Okay. Okay. I was just worried that your stool broke again.
And we're waiting for your stool to break.
That is the funniest thing you've ever said. Ever. We should just stop the show right now. We should just run the theme and go. Never do another show again.
Second verse. Another promise, another seed, another packaged lie to keep us trapped in greed. And all the green belts wrapped around our minds.
What?
An endless red tape to keep the truth confined.
What the hell?
So get on!
Oh my God, no.
They will not force us. They will stop degrading us.
What the hell is this?
They will not control us. We will be victorious.
What the hell?
So come on.
Are you going to blow into a bottle and give me the chorus?
Nope. I'm pretty sure I don't have to in this one.
That's the name of. Is it called Come On?
Nope.
Is it called Green Belts Wrapped Around Our Minds?
No.
Is it Aussie?
Nope.
Is it
It's newer.
newer? Manure.
Man.
Is it God, who would sing like who would say lyrics like that? I don't get it. I'm stumped. I'm stumped.
Okay, it might have been too new for you.
No, you know.
It's one of my more recent favorites.
It's not helping me.
Hi, doom, 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 diddle, doom, 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 diddle, doom, diddle.
Nope.
All right. I'm sorry.
What is this?
It's Uprising by Muse.
Oh, see, I should have known that. And thanks very much, by the way. Gregerson just popped up and said that's what it is. Damn it. That's really, that's actually quite good. Yeah, that's not as funny as your poo joke, but it's good.
No.
Damn.
I thought it had some quite, distinct lyrics.
Mm-hmm. But you know what it is, too? I'm starting to realize this as we play this game more and more, and I'm getting worse at it, that I don't think I pay attention to things.
Well, it comes down to what we discussed in the first place. We're musicians. We don't listen to the lyrics so much.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but at the same time, there's something, because the lyrics are normally put together in a way that's going to have a musical effect as much as they are going to have a meaning. Mm-hmm. So in that, a lot of these lyrics are written that way so that it fits well with the song. And it's when you take it out of the context of the rrhythm and you strip away the melody, it makes it really hard. I'm not making excuses. I should have known that. Normal people know that.
Mr. Gregerson did.
Gregerson knows these things. Maybe if there were a way. I'm thinking about changing the game.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah,
that's fine.
Then I'll tell you why. Because you're getting them too fast, and I'm not getting them at all. We used to have, there was a middle ground. And I don't know if you remember, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I almost did one that I've already done.
Yeah, you did.
Which makes me wonder if I even know what the hell's going on at all.
Maybe you're having trouble with something like the gravity down there, or being that close to the equator. Maybe it's
shit tectonics.
Because
shit plates strike and come together under incredible pressure. What happens, Bubbles? Shit quake.
It's because I'm spinning too fast. Is that this part of the world goes too fast?
Yeah.
It could be. You know what that is? That's probably holding my poo in. It's
you got eddy currents of gravity keeping your stool from breaking.
It's centripetal force. I wanted to go outside of the normal tunes that we've been playing.
That's cool.
And
I like it when you do that because everything colors each person a certain way, and you got to share that on here.
Should I get I don't think I want to do an enema.
You don't want to do a what?
I don't want to do an enema. I don't want to put the thing in the thing and make the thing. How many days, when do you start to worry though? It's probably day 3 that you got to go look at, get this thing looked at.
Well, yeah, day 3. Well, no, I think you can. Depends on how much you're putting in. First off, but if I think it's somewhere around 5 days, you should seriously be worried.
Well, because it was the last time when it was 2 weeks ago, and I pooped my ninja suit.
It was 2 weeks ago since you pooped?
No. That 2 weeks ago when I pooped my ninja suit.
Okay.
Remember I had the scoots, the trots?
Yep.
And that was, I think it was day 3 or 4 that I'm like, okay, this is out of control. I'm going to end up dead. So I went to see the doctor and got some meds.
Antibiotics?
No. One of them was it was a thing for my cramping, and then another thing to solidify all the stuff. And it was great. It worked almost right away. It was like a 2-day little treatment, and it was perfect. And then I was cooking, man. I was just smiling and pooping. And now, it was maybe about 3. How is this a show? Is this the show?
This is the show. We're talking about shit again.
Which one am I?
You're Corey.
God, I'm turning into an old man. We're talking about bowel movements all the time. Oh my God, what's happening to me? So it was maybe 2-3 days ago. Man, it was Scoot City again. I'm like, oh, really again? It was all crappy Scooty, and I'm like, fine, okay, fine. I'll sweat it out.
Have you changed anything in your diet over those period of 2 weeks?
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope.
Well, if you're concerned, if you want a natural laxative, you can try that pure pumpkin. That's the stuff that they put in pumpkin pie filling.
You can go get a can of pumpkin pie filling?
Yep. It's a natural laxative.
Well, I found out that just really pushing hard doesn't do anything. So
no, dude, you're gonna hemorrhage something.
Well, your eyes get sore.
You're so full of shit. It's right to the top.
Yeah. So now I'm in that state. Now it's been a tough 2 days, and the weekend's coming up. And really like to get this taken care of before the weekend. So we'll see.
I got a new name for you now.
Captain Shitacular is raging shit in Sunnyvale again.
Stepping outside and I'm trying to get a little less commercial. And like you said, kind of show a side or a facet of my listening catalog. Go back into the library and find something that was something I listened to for a couple of reasons when it came out, and I haven't listened to in a long time. But I think does represent a facet of my taste. Does that make sense?
Boy.
I'm a big Paul Gilbert fan, right?
Yes.
And I like the Mr. Big stuff, obviously great records.
Sure.
But there was a time when Paul Gilbert, I think he was 16 years old when he moved to LA and went to MIT.
Mm-hmm.
And he became an instructor immediately thereafter and formed a band with some of his fellow instructors. And the band was called Racer X.
Yes.
I know. This stuff is pretty insane. It's a little hard on the ears if you're not ready for what you're going to listen to. So this is kind of, that mid 80s metal prog rock, but not so much. It was riff rock, guitar rock, but not riff rock. What would you call this?
Prog rock is pretty good. Yeah, I'd have to say that. It's definitely prog. Yeah.
It's flat out shredding is what it is.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I was a guitar player, and I really loved this stuff when it was 85. So check it out.
Welcome to the big new beat in popular music.
Well, what do you want? Get back to your work. Get back to your work, I said.
Come on, my friend, let's boogie.
That's awesome.
What's going on? Are you talking to me? No. I'm watching the video and you're talking, but I don't hear anything. What the fuck's going on?
You must be on the delay because the ad played.
Huh. Weird. Oh, I think I'm gonna get a drink.
Okay.
If we ever get to the point in this show's career where we're playing stuff like Spin Doctors, that's when we gotta call it quits.
That's it. If all we're doing is talking about my constipation and Spin Doctors, we're actually literally an FM morning show then. You know, we could get hired.
I thought you said there was a new bag-to-bag.
It was in the last one.
You didn't okay, I see. You're not using it for both.
No.
You know, I want to send you this video link.
We could walk into probably just about any FM station nowadays and pitch the show. It's like, all right, we're two Canadians, we talk about poo and we play Spin Doctors, and they would hire us. They're like, do you mind going, you got to do like, we'll probably end up going to car dealerships and stuff and giving away t-shirts, but what the hell?
Here, I sent you a link to it, the greatest dirty video I've ever seen on YouTube.
Oh,
the Red Tube.
All right.
All right.
On Red Tube? Hang on. Are you sending me porn?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, jeez. I don't want to. Now we are FM DJs. We're watching porn during the tunes. I'm gonna turn the volume off. Oh no!
Oh, and I'm gonna tell you, since we're on the air, but I mean, like, we're not actually putting this in the show. I'm not gun crazy, mister. I just got to get my license so I can inherit an 1850s muzzleloader, 2-barrel cavalry officers. What do you call it? A percussion cap. It's history, baby. It's an antique. It's collectible.
Okay. I just realized something. Don't send me porn links now, because now I just clicked it, and now it's in my browser history, and I'm gonna have to go clear my history. What if a child picks up my iPad? And
No
sees that?
child is touching your iPad.
No, you're right.
You're in the least worryable situation where somebody sees your browser.
Yeah, and I watched a lot weirder shit than that.
I just thought it was funny.
It was kind of funny.
They couldn't even pull their panties to the side. Why have I got a notification on my soundboard page? Who the hell would be talking to me over there? Trailer Park Boys are the shit.
my. So the great part about Racer X is they released all of these songs without different instruments in them, so musicians can play these songs.
Without what?
Without individual parts in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So for example, you could get this song with no guitar, just the bass and the drums.
Awesome.
And then you could get this with just the guitar and the bass and a click track.
Huh. That's awesome.
Well, they're musicians, you know.
Yep. Sweet. Hey kids, want to buy some weed? How did Jeff Hanneman die?
I don't know yet. Never a big Slayer fan.
I'm not so much.
But I don't like when people die.
I don't like it either.
Even though we're all, you know.
Every day I'm snuffling. Snuffleupagus.
Give me some balls. Come on down to the brick warehouse.
Like that Rob Halford picture. Raking the lawn.
And one brick. Right now is our last brick. We have no more bricks. Come on down, get a brick and a ball.
Did you see the post I showed about the something about fucking Love Science picking your nose?
No.
Yeah, they took it down right away.
How do you put up posts that they take down?
Come get your brick and balls.
Yeah, I think Facebook's following you.
With the ball.
I think they are too.
I really do. I don't think it's a paranoid thing. I think you actually are being monitored.
I think I am too.
It's probably good.
Played all my rage. Poor little rat in a cage.
I saw that one.
Come on down to the brick warehouse. Balls.
So there it was. I mean, I love Paul Gilbert. I love the way he plays. I love the way he writes. I like the way he thinks. He's just a super cool guy. Like, he's not trying to be anything more than just, I'm a really tall dude who plays guitar very well.
And I'll show you how I do it if you want to know. Like, he's got his YouTube videos and whatnot too. You showed me one a while back.
Well, if you do yourself a favor, if you liked some of those tunes, Racer X got back together and did, I think it's called Live from the Spaceship or something. And the three of them are just sitting in a studio playing all of these cuts all the way through, live off the floor, but they're also wearing like astronaut suits. And it's just perfect because then you can, and they, you know, because they're musicians, it's really filmed in a way that you get to watch how they're executing all those parts. But we were talking during the tunes that I loved how they released a lot of these songs without some of the individual instruments so that you could play along with them, right? So you could get, like, for example, a Racer X record with the guitar parts removed and then all of the sheet music and tablature with it so you could learn the tune and play along with Racer X.
That sounds like an MI thing completely there.
Absolutely. So that, I think that's just kind of the thing is that, you know, Paul and the boys, they all knew they're technical players. That's really what their whole forte is. They're not songwriters. They're not anything other than guys who just are really good at their craft. And it's like, well, let's just maximize the hell out of it, you know, because there's tons of people who love it.
It's a great idea.
I saw a really funny, I'll just tell you one more. It's nothing worse. You know, the worst radio is a guy talking about the thing he saw on YouTube. I just saw a great one where it was Paul Gilbert. Most recently, he was at the Hard Rock Cafe in Tokyo. And he just, like, it was kind of an impromptu. He grabs an axe and an amp and he gets up and goes, "Hi, I'm Paul Gilbert." And then he just starts shredding. It's just, he's such a funny, cool guy. So if you look for that when you're looking around on YouTube, Fubar 2 and Paul Gilbert, and you get the idea. I think he's just the coolest dude.
Excellent.
All right. Do you have any topics for this week other than just catching up?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to get into talking about playing bars or not.
Oh, I do want to talk about that a little bit.
Do you?
I kind of do.
Okay.
Well, you know what? We should make that the segment because this came off of Facebook. Why don't we do that?
All right.
All right.
I hope it's chocolate.
All in the jib before it gets covered with shit.
You want to cover then what we saw on Facebook so we can set the stage here for what this is?
All right. Oh, there's where my messages. First thing I want to. Oh, you cocksucker. First thing I wanted to talk about was the new Facebook and the way it seems like a slot machine when you scroll now.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the two sides scroll differently than each other?
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
No, I know. I know. I know. I know. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll get into the other then. Yes, we both read a post and posted a comment based on musicians not feeling they're earning what they should be earning and playing in bars in the local area, being here in southwestern Ontario.
Yeah, as far as I got it, the gist was basically that there's a sentiment amongst certain musicians that feel like they're not getting paid adequately for their time, and a point I think that was made in this string, and I got to say, for the record, I don't argue on the internet as a policy,
right?
But I had to participate because I got to throw my 2 cents in sometimes. One of the things that was brought up that I thought was interesting was kind of the unspoken union rule, where if all the other bands would not accept such low pay, we would all get paid better.
I think that's a fair assessment.
I would agree to a point. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of bands that went out there and they'll play for beer and wings. Yeah. And it's like, oh, damn, they're really good bands. And they might even themselves be a good band who just don't need the money.
But at the same time, though, then you got to determine whether you're talking about original music or a cover band, because there's a big difference between the two.
It's a big can of worms that we're opening here.
Yes.
I can say this. My point was simply this, is that if you're a good band, you should be able to draw a crowd, sell merchandise, and maybe some of your CDs or whatever on the side, and find great ways to monetize your show by having a full bar. And by that, if you're a good band with a good reputation of filling that bar, as a bar owner, I would pay you very well, because it's like, you know what? You bring people in to drink. Whereas if you're a guy who has a band, and it's a weekend band with a bunch of buddies, and you're okay, you're good, and you play some good tunes, and everybody likes you, and you bring maybe 10 of your friends, half of them drink, half of them don't. And then you turn to me and say, well, we should be getting paid more for this because of all the effort we put into it. It's like, well, you're not really filling my bar. You're not making any money at the door. You're not really selling any merchandise for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're coming in, and we all know you all have regular jobs. It's not like this is what you do. You're coming in here to jam on my stage on the weekend, and and this is not to the people who posted this, but a lot of these bands,
it's what we do, Donnie.
A lot of these people are doing it because, hey, I'm playing for my buddies, and I want my buddies to be able to come out and see me in the bar.
Yeah, I've got a very unique perspective on the whole thing too. I've been on both sides of the fence. I've played bars in original bands. I've played bars in cover bands. I've also bounced in bars and seen how the management side of it works. And at the end of the day, it's a business just like anything else. And you know what? To go through the headache of booking bands, it's a lot of work, and it's not necessarily profitable.
When I played in bands that was doing the bar scene, there were basically 2 rules that were laid out by the bar owners. 1, you're going to stay and play if you sell drinks. And 2, the only way you're going to sell drinks is that if chicks dance.
Yep.
You got to play music that girls will dance to, because when girls dance, boys buy them drinks. And it doesn't matter if it's country, hip hop, rock, metal. They don't give a shit what it is. Chicks got to be dancing, and they're going to book you back week after week after week. But if you go in there and if you're going to play, a BTO song followed by Free and maybe an obscure Van Halen cover, and the chick at the pool table recognizes the chorus while she's sipping on her water, the bar owners, why the frick should I pay you anything to be in my bar? You're actually annoying me.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's not an easy thing to do, and you can't. There's the whole outer space market of what people like to see and hear. Like, there's no given way to make your bar the scene, the hot spot. It's an unknown territory to be able to have that kind of scene.
It's here's the point. It's the old chicken and egg with the record labels that went on forever.
Yes,
it's that, okay, well, I now signed to the record label, And it's like a band saying to the record label, well, you're supposed to make me famous now. You're supposed to sell a lot of my records. You're supposed to make me good. And it's like, no, we signed you because you have the potential to sell a lot of records for us. And that's why a bar books you, is because you have the potential to get a lot of girls drinking and dancing for us. And that's the secret to success. Get in anything, whether you're selling records, you're selling tickets at the door, get girls drunk and dancing.
That's right. That's what I said on the post too myself. It's all about the girls up and dancing. And that's when the money's made, and that's when everything's having a good time, and that's what fills a place, man. That's what fills a place.
When you and I started the show, that's exactly what we said.
I felt that maybe the people were a little bit too personally tied to that conversation for it to be actually a serious conversation.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't paint with such a broad brush and say the bar should pay more and bands should shut up and da da da. You can't really do it that way because it's a case by case thing. Do I think that bars underpay bands? No, I think that bands under monetize their opportunity. I agree. I don't think the bands take advantage of the other opportunities for earning, aside from what the bar owner is going to take out of the register. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. You also have to earn your own reputation too before you even go into a bar for them to, accept you. And at the same time, you can't give a bar a hard time for picking. On the other hand, you can't give a bar a hard time for picking bands that aren't really that good because they took a chance on you. They're taking a chance on these guys. They don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not enough to walk in with a poster and an attitude and say, we're playing with a guy who played with a guy who knows a guy. So you should pay a lot of money for this. It's like, what? No. And we're not talking about anybody specific. It's just kind of
absolutely not.
There's this general attitude where, and I see both sides of the fence because I've been, as you said, and you have been on both sides of the fence. But I guess my point is that at the end of the day, this is a non-argument. If you can get girls drunk and dancing, you don't care because money will be coming out of your pants like everything else.
That's right.
All right. That's all I have to say about that. Good morning, Harry.
Oh, shit. I missed that.
I love when we have to cut an ending. Which apparently, according to my ass, I'm not going to do. All right, we're going to have to cut that.
Sorry.
I'm all right. Don't worry.
You're still crackly on me, but I've been able to make up most of what you said.
That's all right. We'll do a splice. Because money will be coming out of your pants like everything else.
That's right.
All right. That's all I have to say about that. Good morning, Harry.
Good morning, HairCor.
Oh, you cut out there. Let's do a cut here, and then I'll just slice it in.
All right.
Good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Corey.
Did you sniff again? Stop sniffing. We're doing something here.
Okay.
God damn it. Good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Corey.
I think I pooed a little bit during that.
That's good.
It felt great. It's so nice to be doing the show again.
Oh, it is. It is.
Maybe that's why I've been irregular.
Maybe. I fucked up your schedule. I haven't been around.
Use my laxatives.
I haven't been able to soften your stool every Thursday night for an hour and a half.
You're my fiber. This Bloody Mary was fantastic. It was the perfect, nice, tall drink for the show.
Perfect.
And it's still cold. That's what I like about a Bloody Mary, is that the tomato juice doesn't melt the ice as quickly because it's just a little more, gelatinous. Velvety. That's really good. Wow. Where are you with all these adjectives earlier? All right, I'm going to cut the feed.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody on the feeds. I'm going to stop.